Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurfara Izzati binti Hafiz. So, for the question 1, which is what can students do to improve their chances of finding employment after graduate? There are a few things that they can do, such as learn new language, spending time on volunteering, and clean up the digital footprint. So, for the first of all, learn the new language. Having a second or third language under your belt can help you to stand out in very competitive job market. This is because the hard work and the dedication that learning a new language entails is to impress the employer. There are plenty of online and auditory resources that can help you to become a bilingual. So, it can give you more advantage compared to other candidates. Next, for the second one, which is spending time volunteering. Sitting around the house, waiting for a phone call or an email that extend you for a job offer is quite frustrated. So, volunteering can be a great way to develop your professional network and to contribute to the community. It's worth highlighting on your CV particular skill, what you learn and the challenges you face during the volunteering time, as well as how much you overcome them. If you are lacking on the job experience, including the volunteering experience on your CV can help you to stand out in a very competitive job market. Okay, so for the last but not least, clean up the digital footprint. Why the digital footprint is important? This is because it can have a lasting impact on your reputation, relationship and employment opportunity, both positive and negative. So, before you put yourself out there as an active job hunter, take some time to review your social media profile. Once a recruiter or the hiring manager receive your application, they will check your social presence and you will leave a lasting impression for the wrong reason if you don't update your privacy setting. So that Google yourself first and see how much of your life is exposed in one search. If you see something that you wouldn't want a prospective employer to see, crack down on privatizing, hiding or deleting your digital footprint. Creating a positive digital footprint is an important part of protecting your reputation for both now and futures. So that's all for the question 1, which is what can students do to improve their chances of finding employment after graduate. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Naida Sofia. Moving on to question 2, why is it hard to get a job as a fresh graduate? Firstly, I would say it's because of the high competition. So when all the students that just graduated from the diplomas or the degrees, they come from various universities, colleges. So from there, it will be a tough time to recruit these students to be in a position in a company. So from there, there will be a competition between the students, and also not only between the students, but there will be also a lot of people coming up from a different perspective that applying for the jobs, which is make it even harder and fiercer for the students, especially when they fresh graduated, to get a job. Secondly is having less experiences or no experiences at all in working, especially. So I feel like most students assume that when they receive or when they graduated from their diploma or degree, it will be it for them to just go and apply for a job and go for the interview. But I won't say that will be necessarily enough for the students to apply in a job. Most of the companies are looking forward towards a worker which they wanted to recruit that has a lot of experiences, so it will be easy for them to not train them, or it will be easy for them to give job or orders to do a task. So this is one of the reasons why fresh graduate students are having a hard time to get a job. Thirdly is having no skills at all. So when we want to work in a company, we need to have a good skills which we can contribute to the company, which is something that it will make them feel that we should stay and working with them, as we have a lot of skills that are that we are good at. So when we have no skills, it will not be impressed when we go for an interview, which is why it is hard for the fresh graduates to get a job, as most of the students are lacking of skills.
Thank you, Aida, for explaining the first few reasons why is it so hard for the fresh graduate to find a job. Hi, my name is Nur Ain Siti binti Mat Hussein. I will be explaining the next few reasons regarding the case study. The first one is because of the little networking. Many people get jobs through referrals. Statistics shows the majority of people get their jobs this way. The reason why word of mouth is so effective is because it cuts through all the worry of whether or not this person can do the job. If somebody has been working for a company for quite some time, then that employee knows what it takes to succeed. And if that employee knows somebody who can do their works very well, it's an easy fit. The employer will trust the employee referring the new candidate, and the new candidate will most likely to get the job. You have to be worthy of to being referred. Remember that the reputation of the person referring you is number one on the line. If you do a bad job, you make them look worse. So have a fine reputation of being a hard worker, someone who learns easily, and etc. So people will be happy to refer you to spend a lot of time networking at college, make a ton of friends, get in touch with people. Don't underestimate the power of networking, pickup, and the word of mouth. The second reason is due to lack of communication skill. As we know, communication skill is very important for someone who wants to find a job. This is because when doing an interview, require you to have a very good communication skills. The interviewer will usually ask the hard-hitting questions such as, why should we hire you? What do you bring to the table? Tell me about yourself. What's your greatest weakness? And etc. With a proper communication skill, the fresh graduate surely will have problem answering all the questions given. It doesn't matter whether the interview session will carry out during online or offline. Being able to communicate very well with the question given will increase some of the percentage and also give some credit to them to get hired by any of the company. The third reason, which is the last reason why is it so hard for the fresh graduate to find a job, is because of there is no preparation on the CV and also cover letter. CV and cover letter will act as the first impression of you. You cannot charm them with your present or your smile. Writing will do it all, so some time to make it look good and sound good. When describing about yourself or your work history, use action words. It makes a big difference to you. Go to Google and type in CV action words, and you should get a ton of sites which you can use as a reference when crafting your CV. If you do not know how to write a professional CV and cover letter, I suggest you to get some professional editing done. It is very worth investment, since it will help you a lot in getting hired by any of the companies. By considering how much money you could make by investing, only a small percentage of it in expert editing, so do not hesitate to get help from the professional to do your CV and also cover letter. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ain, for presenting. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Diana Halida binti Khairul Adrian. I will explain my opinion how government and universities can help fresh graduates increase their opportunities to get a job after graduate. First is open more quota for Protege program. Protege is a short form from professional training and education for growing entrepreneurs. It was launched on 28 January 2019. It is an entrepreneurs training and marketplace training program to develop and guide yours in collaboration with industry experts in effort to create more competitive and ready to marketers as well as skilled job seekers to meet current industry needs. When government open many quota, it will help and encourage fresh graduates to apply the Protege program. Second is open courses or subjects related to improve student skills. Government and universities can revisit the education system and provide any subject elective and co-curricular subject in university. The subject must have added value to students so they can learn new skills from the subject. For example, like Microsoft program, which can train students how to manage deeply in Microsoft like Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Other example like career planning program before they end the study. Third is continued internship program after graduates. This is another suggestion for a government and company. Maybe company can accept the same student work in the company after they graduate. At that time, students who involve internship program, they have opportunity to continue work with same company and can polish and improve their skills, and it's easy for them to have a job after graduates.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurnisa Suraya binti Muhammad Fazil, and I will be explaining for other recommendation, which is aggressive reskilling programs, is to help reskill unemployed graduates who are now stuck with the consequences of the mismatch between supply and demand. A person needs more valuable skills in order to earn more, hence government upskilling and lifelong learning programs and incentive must be strategic and aggressive to catalyze the upward movement of labor skills and subsequently. In addition, technical and vocational education and training should be rebranded as an attractive pathway for secondary school leavers, just as it is in countries such as Germany. It is better to be a graduate armed with skills that are in high demand and thus be paid for that by the market, such as aeronautical mechanic, oil and gas technician, or crane operator, than to be a university graduate with no job prospects. Thank you.